for day one of the European Figure Skating Championships. My name's Chris Howarth, delighted to have your company today as we start these championships. 4 days of competition. We've got the pairs short program coming up in a moment or two. That'll be followed by the men's a little bit later on, in about 4 hours time or so. It's gloomy outside, cold, damp day, but the atmosphere building in the arena in preparation for this pairs short program. A total of 131 competitors participating in these European Championships from 35 ISU member countries. That's the situation here. Just about ready to introduce the officials for this pairs short program. City of Espoo, just about 15 minutes outside the city of Helsinki. Fabulous location for this event. And you can see on the right-hand side there the panel of judges being introduced. It's an intimate setting, that's for sure, for this pairs short program. We've got a total of 13 pair teams participating in this short. They're split into 4 groups. And as always, the running order is seeded. That's how they will go. Challenge for the medals really in the final group, where there are 2 Italian teams, a team from France and the German team. They're really the red hot favorites here, and the last to go, Ghilardi and Ambrosini from Italy there. They have the highest season's best score out of the field here, so they've got to be the favorites going into this. So there they are, the panel of judges. The technical panel sat alongside as well. And the technical panel led by Fabio Bianchetti from Italy. Skaters just about ready to come out onto the ice to be introduced. The first 3 teams it is for the first warm-up. Skaters from Hungary, Czech Republic and Italy in the opening group. Always a nervous time when you stood off the ice there. Just want to get out there, get your feet on the ice and soak up the atmosphere. Just about ready to go now. So here they are, the skaters participating in the opening group here in the pairs short program. So here we go, 6-minute warm-up for these three teams. Now, out of the 13 teams participating here, 8 are debuting at these European Championships. So a big moment for a lot of these teams. First up, Maria Pavlova and Alexei Sviatchenko of Hungary. These two, a new partnership for this season. Competed in the golden spin of Zagreb at the end of last season, where they finished in 9th place. But as far as competing together is concerned, not an awful lot of competition experience. These two, the newly crowned Hungarian national champions. Big moment for them. Second to go, the Czech national champions. Another team debuting at these European Championships. Just going through the preparation there for the twist. Simioli and Alessandro Zarbo. These two competed in a couple of Challenger Series events last season, finished 9th in the Warsaw Cup and 13th in the Golden Spin. So looking forward to seeing these two. Teamed up last year. Beccari and Guarise. That's a pretty Beccari and Guarise. Well, that's a pretty step. And Guarise. Well, that's a pretty step.
Twice, just off the podium, finished in 4th place in the Europeans with his former partner. Of course, he was a former roller skater.
Come over there. The representative for the International Skating Union. Great to see her. Slowly the stadium filling up. And that's the situation backstage, the warm-up area. Teams going through their preparation. Really is a super arena. There's plenty of room, both for spectators and for the skaters alike. Remember, 13 teams participating in this pairs short program. So just over a couple of minutes left in the warm-up. So it'll be the Hungarian team to go first, Maria Pavlova and Alexei Sviatchenko. Then we followed by the Czech team, Federica and Alessandro. And last to go, Lucrezia and Matteo for Italy. right on the money there on the throw triple salchow. So the teams will perform 7 elements in this short program. Into the closing stages now of the warm-up, and the Hungarian team just will take it easy. They're first to go, so won't want to do too much in this last minute. Just getting themselves ready now. Remember, looking ahead, the battle really for the medals between the top 2 Italian teams. But you can't rule out the French. Camilla and Pavel will be first to go in the final group. They were runners-up in the Grand Prix of France, and just behind them in France was the German team, Annika Hocke and Robert Kunkel. They'll be second to go in the final group, but Rebecca Ghilardi and Filippo Ambrosini will be last to skate. They've got the highest season's best this season. 189.74 was their score. They're really the favourites here. Sarah Conti and Niccolò Macii, their teammates, will skate just before them in the final group. So all that coming up later on. The warm-up over now. We're ready to get underway with the first team. So first to go in this pairs short program here at these European Figure Skating Championships in Espoo, Finland. It's Maria Pavlova and Alexei Sviatchenko, the Hungarian national champions. Their music for this short, Icy Red. Superstar. That's the twist. Oh, yes. Throw triple Lutz. Not a murmur on that. This is some start. Side-by-side triple toes. Foot perfect. Well, what a way to start this pair short program. Absolutely sensational. Remember, this is a team competing at the European Championships for the first time together. Maria has competed at the Europeans before with Balashnagi. Competed last year, in fact, where they finished in 11th place, but that was really a solid performance from these two. Just looking down every single element, getting the thumbs up. Just the death spiral, perhaps the weakest of the 7 elements. Really spotted that landing perfectly on the throw triple lutz there. The unison between them on the side-by-side triple toes, foot perfect. There's that back inside death spiral. Get that left hip up a little higher. But really a lot to admire from these two. Of course, as the competition progresses, we're going to see more intricate programs and a little bit better interpretation. But to start us off, that's absolutely sensational. These two have a season's best of 53.58 in the short program. Got that in the golden spin at the end of last year. And they finished in a very creditable 9th place in the golden spin.
Karina.
So can they get close to that season's best, which in fact is a personal best? Yes, they can. 57.97. They will take that. That is a new personal best by some way for them. Don't look over enamored with it, but we'll see how that pans out as the competition progresses. So a big moment for these two, competing in the European Championships for the first time. Federica Simioli and Alessandro Zarbo of the Czech Republic. Way down we go, the music for their short program. Oh, loads of elevation. Foot down on the exit there of the triple twist. Just side-by-side double salcho's there. Oh, yes. Great air position on that throw triple sal. Well, a couple of little errors creeping in there. Technical panel going to review the throw triple salchow, that's for sure. I think a hand down possibly on the landing there, which will reflect in the grade of execution. But all in all, not a bad effort from Frederica and Alessandro. So in fact, I can tell you 4 of the 7 elements getting a negative grade of execution, which is going to hurt them a little bit. Yeah, personal best for this season, 47.77. Looks as though they're going to get something around that. Let's take a look at the side-by-side double salves there. Perfect unison. You see they're a long way apart. Such a difficult entry into that reverse lasso. Here's the sow. You see great air position there. You can see just a touch down of the hand. Got to work on their expression. But remember, these two competing at the Europeans for the first time. Competed in a couple of events last year, the Warsaw Cup, where they finished in 9th place, 13th in the golden spin at the end of the season last year. Andre Hotorek on the left as you look there, who works with these two. So 46.68, not quite as good as they got in the Warsaw Cup. And they slot into second of the two that have got. There's confirmation of that. 57.97 still the target here. So really looking forward to seeing this partnership. They look great in the 6-minute warm-up. Lucrezia Beccari and Matteo Guarise from Italy. First time in the Europeans together. A new team for this season.
I was like to know it's a crazy thing. I showed you my hand and you still let me in. Who was I to say that this was meant to be?
A really solid start there. That's the triple twist. Setting up the toe loops now. Oh, she got it completely wrong, came out forwards. And overcooked the triple loop. Well, that's a shame, it has to be said. They look so solid in the 6-minute warm-up. A shake of the head there from Lucrezia. All about experience, though. Of course, Matteo, a wealth of experience of competing in the major events, but it's a new experience for Lucrezia. It'll be interesting to see how they can fight back in the free, but for sure that wasn't the performance they were looking for in this short program, that is for sure. .60.71 is their personal best. It's their season's best. They got that in the Warsaw Cup. Not sure they're going to do that here. Such a pity, because they did look so strong in the warm-up, and it started off so well too. Absolutely cracking twist. Now watch her on this triple toe. You can see she got the timing completely wrong and came out forwards. And here on the loop, so determined to make amends and just couldn't maintain control on the landing. You see the left side just got away from her there. But these two certainly a team to watch for the future. Slight adjustment there on the landing of the flying camel from Matteo. You can see the little glance across to make sure she's in unison.
Ciao Princi.
So it's all smiles at the moment in the kiss and cry. So 53.29, that's second place at the moment for them. And she knows it could have been a whole lot better, that's for sure. So that's how they stand after the first group here in this pair's short. So ready to get underway with group number 2 here. The Austrians first to go. So here we go with the 6-minute warm-up for this second group. As I said earlier, 8 of the 13 teams participating here, debuting at the European Championships. And a look at the first team, the Austrian team. The newly crowned Austrian national champions. Competed in the golden spin where they finished in 11th place. And a couple of really good results last season where they finished 4th in Graz in the ice challenge there, And they competed in Nice as well, where they finished in 4th place. Graz, the ice challenge. Very close to getting on the podium there. So second to go, the twins from Sweden, Greta and John Crafoord, the Swedish national champions. And quite a story for these two. They missed most of the season last year due to Greta breaking her kneecap. Imagine that. Didn't start skating again until the end of September. Had surgery last season, but it's really great to see them back here in fine fettle at these European Championships. We wish them all the best of luck. And then last to go, the British team. Winners of nationals this year. A little bit of a struggle there on the twist. Anastasia Vaipan-Law and Luke Digby. These two competed at the Europeans last year, where they finished in 18th place, but had a pretty busy season so far. Best result for them was the Tayside Trophy, where they finished in 2nd place. Competed in the John Wilson Trophy in Sheffield, which of course was a Grand Prix, where they finished in 7th place, and was 7th in the Challenger Series event in Warsaw, the Warsaw Cup. 7th there. So these teams chasing that 57.97 from the Hungarians that leads at the moment. And halfway through the 6-minute warm-up now. There's a familiar face. Aliona Savchenko, who's coaching at the moment in Heerenveen in the north of the Netherlands. And I'm sure you're going to see her on screen on more than one occasion throughout these European Championships, that's for sure. A few empty seats here as I look around, but I've got to say there's a super atmosphere. The Finnish fans here really getting behind the skaters, which is always great. Another quick look at the warm-up area. Dutch team there, looking very solid. There's our Violetta and Ivan from Ukraine. They will be last to skate in the 3rd group. We've got an ice resurface after the 2nd group that's warming up now. Few of the skaters on this group struggling a little bit with the side-by-side jumps. Certainly some nerves out there. That's more like it. So just to remind you, it'll be Sofia and Livio from Austria first to go, then the twins from Sweden, Greta and John Crafoord, and last to go the Brits, Anastasia and Luke.
Please welcome representing Austria, Sophia Schaller, Mayr.
So to get us underway in group number 2 of this pair's short program, the Austrian national champions, Sophia Schaller and Livio Mayr. Music Stardust by Mika.
Staring at somebody new, stuck in my head is a picture of you. You were the thunder, I was the rain. I wanna know where to see you again.
I said I love you, you said goodbye. Everything changes in the blink of an eye. It's been a while, I think I really flame. I wanna know.
Just a double twist, but cleanly done. Oh yes, wonderful synchronization through those triple salchos. Speed on the reverse lasso, but very smooth through the transitions. Oh yes. Throw triple salcho. That's a shame. Well, they've got a lot to be very proud of. Such a pity about the mistake on the back inside death spiral. They won't get anything for that element. But really, for me, the highlight, the side-by-side triple salchos. Real crackers. They've got a personal best of 47.46. Just looking down the scores, going up and down all over the place. It's a real shame, because had they done a better job on the death spiral, they might well have been able to topple their personal best. But as it stands at the moment, I don't think they're going to do that. There's that double twist at the beginning. See the free leg coming forwards a little bit there, but just watch these side-by-side triple salves. Absolutely super. Such a difficult entry there. But you can see the transitions very, very smooth through this. But not as fast across the ice as some of the other competitors. And there you can see there was a gesture that the hand might go down, but she was having none of it. And here you can see she just clipped the heel of the skate there and lost the momentum on that death spiral. So no points on that element, which is really going to hurt them. A little bit out of sync as the spin went on. The first part of the spin, not too bad at all. That's fabulous, isn't it? Wonderful chemistry between these two.
Hello, Emma, Bruno, Mama, Papa, Samira.
Couple that spent a lot of their time training in Canada with Bruno Marcotte. Good place to be. 45-4-0 their score, so a couple of points behind their personal best, and that puts them in 4th place of the 4 that we've had so far. So some work to do on the free, that's for sure, for these two.
Next pair is from Sweden.
So next up, the twins from Sweden, Greta and John Crafoord. Good choice of music for them. Coldplay's Fix You. Catch her cleanly on the triple twist. A long setup for the double axel. And down on the throw triple loop. Well, it was a program of two halves, wasn't it? What a shame. Perhaps the nerves just getting to them. But once they got that side-by spin out of the way, they didn't look back. But to be honest, it was too little too late. The damage was done in the first half. Deep breath there from Aliona, who teaches these two in Heerenveen in the Netherlands. Just reflecting there on the first half of the program. It is a cruel sport, this, isn't it? You can do that program so many times in practice, and I don't know if she's hurt herself. She looks like she's holding her shoulder a little bit there. Yeah, there is nowhere to hide. There's not much you can do when the timing deserts you. Now, look at this triple twist here at the beginning there. You can see that the landing uncomfortable. Here's the double axels. It looks like he gave it a little bit too much at the beginning. You can see that short of rotation as well. So that is going to hurt. I reckon that is going to be an under rotation. Not sure she was fully rotated on the throw either. And there you can see just touching the shoulder. Definitely got a bit of a problem there. Synchronization in the side-by-side spin, not great. You can see they're completely out there. But then as they went into the second half of the program, things definitely got better. Super position in the back inside death spiral. These two, just a young team competing in the Europeans for the first time. All about experience for them. So 48.87 is their season's best. They got that in Skate America. It's their personal best as well. 42.55 their score here. And that puts them in 5th place. 5th of the 5 that we've had so far. That's how they stand.
Please welcome representing Great Britain, Digby.
So as we approach the halfway stage here of this pair short program, it's the newly crowned British champions, or in fact they're two-time British champions now, Anastasia Vaipan-Law and Luke Digby. An uncomfortable landing there on the twist. Did well to stay on their feet. Back on track with good side-by-side double axels. Oh, loads of speed in and out of that throw triple salcho. Really covered some ice there. Did really well to keep that going. Well, it's a real shame on the back inside death spiral there. I'm not sure they did quite enough for it to count. And they'll realize that when they look back at the slow-mo. But apart from that, and that uncomfortable catch on the twist at the beginning, it wasn't a bad effort at all from Anastasia and Luke. Good support here from the British contingent. And they've got something to shout about with this young team. These two competing at the Europeans for the second time. They were 18th last year. But I've got to say, looking really at home here in Finland. Simon Briggs greeting them at the door. He trains them in Dundee. Let's look at that twist at the beginning. Didn't really get enough height on that, and how they stayed on their feet. Oh. Here's the double axels. Cleanly landed, not the best air positions. May lose a little bit in the grade of execution on that. Just about getting the arms straight in the lift, and here's that salcho. She really did get some tension going into this. Loads of speed. Fantastic ice coverage. Good unison in the butterflies there. As part of the step sequence. And there, that death spiral. You can see she's not quite up and over that back inside edge. Had to get out of it.
I mean, you know the mistakes. You know the mistakes. Yeah?
Hi, everyone.
So just looking down here, confirming they didn't get anything for that back inside death spiral. 50.29, their best score this season. They got a 51.11 at the Europeans last year, but it's 49.43, and they go into third place at the halfway stage here. Obviously looking for a little more than that. They know they can do better, but they'll have to take that one on the chin and come back and fight in the free. So there's confirmation of how it stands at the halfway point. We've got 7 more teams to go, but it is Maria and Alexei out in front by some way, as we now get ready for an ice resurface in preparation for the final 2 groups in this pairs short program. Skaters still warming up in the off-ice area backstage. getting ready. And remember, the draw is seeded, so all the big guns still to go. Plenty to look forward to. And we'll be back in around 10, 12 minutes. So time enough to put the kettle on, make yourself a cup of tea, get the slippers on, and we'll be back in a moment. welcome back. Have you had time to make that cup of tea? Now the second half of this pair's short program. Teams in the third warm-up group out on the ice now. So here we go, 6-minute warm-up for these three teams. Great reception there for the Ukrainian team, who will be third to go. There's confirmation of how they set off in this third group. Remember, it's the Hungarian team leading at the moment. Maria Pavlova and Alexei Sviatchenko, 57.97 their score. Just to remind you, it is a seeded draw, so the higher ranked skaters going in the final two groups. So let's take a look at the German team, who will be first to go here in this third group. Efimova and Blommaert. It's pretty lucky ice for them. Finished second here in the Finnish Grand Prix. Another couple competing in the European Championships for the first time together. Their last competition was the Golden Spin, where they finished in 5th place. Bit of congestion out there. So we look at the Dutch team, another team competing at the Europeans for the first time. Exciting times for this young team. Finished 4th in the Golden Spin, which was a very good result for them there. And these two also competed in the Finnish Grand Prix, when they finished in 6th place. 9th in the Nebelhorn Trophy, 2nd in the Ice Challenge in Graz. Want any more of that. But they've been out and about and got some experience under their belts, which is important and may stand them in good stead here in Finland. Last to go in this group, the team from the Ukraine, who competed in the Junior World Championships last year, where they finished in 6th place, but another team debuting here at these European Championships. Fantastic to see them here. Made it into the Junior Grand Prix finals last year, where they finished in 5th place. As you can imagine, they're having to train all over the place. They're training at the moment in Bergamo, Italy, Oberstdorf in Germany, Chemnitz as well. Fantastic support for them, and rightly so. So just to remind you, it'll be the Germans that go first, and the young Dutch team, and last to go, the Ukrainians. And looking ahead, the skaters there warming up for the final group. Teams from France, Germany, and Italy warming up there. The red-hot favourites are Rebecca Ghilardi and Filippo Ambrosini. They've got the highest season's best this season. The Italian team who will be last to go. Two top Italian teams going back-to-back. Sarah Conti and Niccolò Macii just going before them. So important, the off-ice preparation. Yeah, the Italians with a strong field here, that's for sure. So we're into the final minute of this 6-minute warm-up here in the penultimate group in this pair short program. Just to remind you, looking ahead, we've got the men's short coming up in, what, a couple of hours or so. And that will be an interesting battle too. The Italians very, very strong in the men's event. Important words from the coaches there as we come to the end of the warm-up. So first time at the European Championships for these two. Lots of support for them. From Germany, Alissa Efimova and Ruben Blommaert. Massive triple twist. Oh, yes. That's the loop. And a hand down on the triple toe loop there from Alissa. Well, that looked to be a job well done from the German team here. I can tell you, looking down, 4 of the 7 elements being reviewed by the technical panel. But it really was a super effort. And the only element at the moment with a negative GOE is that triple toe with a hand down. Some beautiful musical interpretation there. Moonlight Sonata, the music. Here's that throw triple loop. Really spotted the landing well. Love the extension on the landing. Back inside death spiral, getting a level 3 for that. Here's that toe loop. Just watch her here. She didn't quite get the elevation. Didn't give her enough time to get out of it. Yeah, I thought it was a nicely constructed program. Some good transitions throughout this very difficult entry into the lift. Amazing display of control and strength through the lasso lift there. Stopping the momentum, so difficult. So they've got a personal best of 67.05, got that in the Nebelhorn Trophy this year. We haven't had anybody in the 60s yet. Remember, 57.97, the best score from the Hungarian team. Pavlova and Sviatchenko, who lead at the moment, but got a feeling that this should go into the lead. That's certainly the game plan for these two.
Yeah, a little bit of the beginning first, but then it was really good from center. The spiral was good. Was down much.
Florian Just, their coach, who coaches them in Oberstdorf, just going through some of the analysis there. So where would they have them? 62.77 into the lead for the Germans. They can breathe a sigh of relief. There's confirmation, it's the Germans that lead now.
On the ice, representing Netherlands, Osipova and Epstein.
So what a moment for this team from the Netherlands. Coached by Aliona Shevchenko in Heerenveen. We wish them well. Nika Osipova and Dmitry Epstein. Oh, that was huge! Triple twist. keep the momentum going with a fabulous throw triple flip. Oh, what a shame, down on the toe loop. So clean on the entry to that lasso lift. Well, what a shame she went down on that toe loop. The first two elements in that program were sensational. These two have an awful lot to be proud of. Not quite getting all the positions in their combination spin. Gonna lose a little bit there. And of course the fall on the triple toe is gonna hurt them. Mandatory 1 point deduction for the fall, and of course the grade of execution goes down. But I tell you what, this is definitely a team to keep your eye on. Nika Osipova and Dimitri Epstein of the Netherlands. Just keep your eye on them. Look at this. She could have changed the light bulbs while she was up there, almost unable to maintain control on that. No, this was such a pity. Looked like the entry was okay. Didn't quite make the rotation, I don't think. Yeah, they've given it a cue, so it's inside that last quarter. Still going to get the base value for the jump, but obviously the grade of execution is going to go down because of the fall and because of the slight lack of rotation there. Good position in the back inside death spiral. Only a level 1 on that. Yeah, so only 3 of the basic positions counting in that pair combination spin at the end. So they lost a little bit there, but I'll tell you what, they have got a lot to be proud of. A team that have got 58.1 before. They got that in the golden spin, which was the last competition that they competed in prior to this European Championships. Finished in 4th place there. They've had a pretty good season so far. Momentum still going well. Remember, this is their first European Championships. All about experience for this team. So 54.16 the score. That puts them into 3rd place. Not too bad.
What is the next name?
we've got 5 teams to go.
Which puts the company in third place.
A rousing reception for the team from the Ukraine. Violetta, Sierova and even Khobta. No hesitation at all going into the triple twist. Just double lutzes as the solo jump. Oh, that was a nasty fall there. Oh, that's a real shame. A fantastic reception for these two, and rightly so. Goodness knows what stories these two have got to tell. But one thing's for sure, great to see them out here competing at these European Championships. A team that, well, they've been training all over the place. They're training in Italy, Oberstdorf, Chemnitz. And you can imagine, under normal circumstances, it's difficult to get your head into the right place to be able to compete in any kind of championships. But for these two, it must be very, very difficult indeed. Both of them hail from Kyiv. And really is a credit to them to be out here. You can see that was a nasty moment. Just only getting one rotation on that loop, and he's probably never seen that before. Do it 1,000 times in practice, and at the moment of truth, it all went wrong. But thankfully, no injuries. So they don't get anything at all for the attempt on the throw, which obviously is going to hurt them. And they'll get a 1-point deduction for the fall. She did well to stay on her feet, it has to be said. They have a season's best score of 55.50. Got that in the Baltic Cup when they competed as juniors. So what for them here? Remember, 62.77 is the leading score. I can't imagine they've done enough to get in the 50s, I don't think. No, 47.53. It is 6th place for Violetta and Ivan. 6th of the 9 that we've had so far. So we've got one group to go. That's how they stand as we go into the final warm-up group. The Germans leading. 4 teams still to skate, and they're just about ready to get out on the ice and be introduced. Here they come.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome with a big applause the pairs of the 4th row.
Here we go then. This very likely to be the battle for the medals. Rebecca Ghilardi and Filippo Ambrosini, the final team to compete, the red hot favourites here. They've got the highest season's best so far. Total score of 189.74 is their best score on the short program. They've got 67.31 this season, which they got actually here in the Finnish Grand Prix. Let's take a look at the French team, who will be first to go. Camille and Pavel Kovalev, a couple that got married back in 2017. And these two competed in the NHK Trophy when they finished in 5th place. They were 2nd in Angers in the French Grand Prix. That's their best result of the season so far. Well, it's a German team leading at the moment, but it's the national champions who will be 2nd to go. Nika Hocke and Robert Kunkel. A couple that competed in the French Grand Prix when they finished in 3rd place. Won the Finlandia Trophy here in Espoo. Bronze medalists in the Nebelhorn Trophy as well. And then we've got 2 Italian teams, Sarah Conti and Niccolò Macii, will be third to go. A couple that finished in 7th place in the European Championships last year. They are the Italian national champions. Bronze medalists in the Grand Prix final as well. So they'll be looking for a good performance here to put pressure on their teammates who will be last to go. Let's see how they look here. Just going through the preparation of the twist. And there they are. Last to go, Rebecca and Filippo. Couple that finished 5th in the European Championships last year. Probably the most experienced team in this event. 14th in the Olympic Winter Games as well. They've competed twice at the World Championships. Finished 19th back in 2019, were 17th in 2021. Never won the Italian national title. Could be ironic if they come away from Espoo with the European crown. They finished 5th in the Grand Prix finals, but they were victorious here in the Finnish Grand Prix and runners-up in the Warsaw Cup. Competed in Angers in the French Grand Prix, where they finished in 4th place. Franca Bianconi on the other side of the boards, cheering them on. So just under 2 minutes to go in the warm-up now. It'll be the French first to go, then the Germans, Hocke and Kunkel, then the 2 Italian teams, Conti and Macii, last to go, Ghilardi and Ambrosini. Just to remind you, it's the German team leading at the moment, Elisabeth Efimova and Ruben Blommaert with 62.77. The Hungarians in 2nd place with 57.97, Maria Pavlova and Alexei Sviatchenko. Just a reminder, this is the opening event at these European Championships. We've got the men's short program coming up in an hour and a half or so. And that promises to be some competition, that's for sure. It really is wide open, that one. Italians looking strong in the men's event as well, with Matteo Rizzo and Daniel Grassel going head-to-head at the end of the final group. And the French duo will have something to say about that. Kevin Amos and Adam Siuhimfa in that final group as well. Denis Vasilyev's, he's in the penultimate group, but he looked pretty good on practice this morning. So warm-up over now as we focus on this final group here in the pairs short program. Well, they are the 2-time French national champions. Second time for them competing at the European Championships. Didn't get inside the top 10 last year. For sure, they should do that this season. This is Camille and Pavel Kovalev. Bit of Billie Eilish for us. Superstar. No hesitation on the triple twist. Oh, what a shame she stepped out of the triple toe. Crisp and clean on the throw triple salchow. Well, fantastic unison on that combination spin at the end there. Going to be reviewed by the technical panel. They've got 4 elements that they're looking at again. Love the concept of the program. Great choice of music, particularly as it went into the last section, Bad Guy. They interpreted it very well, and it's always great, I think, when you pick a piece of music that the crowd can get behind, and they did just that. Lots of support for them here. So after a little bit of a shaky start, the program settled down. Just level 1 on the twist at the beginning. Looked like there was a bit of contact on the catch. And just looking down, the judges have given it a negative grade of execution. Obviously the triple toe she just hopped out of, which was a shame. Because they looked so solid on that on the warm-up. You can see there perhaps a little bit short of elevation and just a bit of contact on the catch. Coaching team on the side. There she makes the rotation clean, but just a slight bit of hesitation with a free leg on the way out of that, and has to hop out of it. And then after that, there was really no stopping them. Ticked all the boxes on the lift. Thought they were a little bit short perhaps on the catch of the foot there, but technical panel going with it. Here's the salchow. That wonderful deep knee bend paying dividends there, helping her maintain control of the landing. flying camel into the side-by-side combination spin. And certainly through that first part, the unison, exceptional. So remember, it's 62-77, the leading score. 63.98 is their personal best. They got it in Angers in the Grand Prix of France this season. They're going to be close to that, you'd think. Have they done enough? No, 62.46. It is second place, but not much in it. And that gives them everything to play for in the free, that's for sure. See, very close at the top.
Please welcome representing Germany,
So 3 teams to go, and on the ice now the German national champions, Annika Hocke and Robert Kunkel. And ABBA, their choice of music. Really crisp and clean on the twist. Loads of speed into that too. And she just couldn't maintain control on the Salchow. What a cracking triple loop. Well, uncanny unison on that. Wow. Well, that has brought the competition to life. It's going to be a Germany 1-2, that is for sure. And you fancy that these two are going to go into the lead with 2 to go. Well, I've got to say, I think that's as good as I've seen them skate their short program. That's fabulous to see. Andrei Hotorek there, Franca Bianconi, the two coaches greeting them at the door. They look so confident from the off. See, he didn't get his arms down in the middle of the twist there. That reflecting in the level. They got just a level 2 for that. Let's just watch this. A little bit scrappy on the Salchows, and they've been given an under rotation on that. Seemed a bit harsh looking at the replay there, but that's the call from the technical panel. So they've lost a fair bit there. The base value on the triple Salchow 3.44. It's gone down to 1.89. That gives you an indication as to how important rotation is. Combination spin being reviewed by the technical panel. I had that as a 4. It's looks as though it's staying that way. So technically their score superior to their teammates, and I'm pretty sure the component score is going to be up as well. Thought the concept of the program was great. They really did skate to the music. Loads of speed across the ice. Yeah. Happy birthday, Andrei. And that was the best present he could have had, them skating as well as they did. So their personal best score is 69.13. Can they get close to that here? Needed those side-by-side jumps, I think, to be a little bit better. Yeah, 67.08. They'll take it. That's good enough to put them into the lead. It is a Germany 1-2. Annika and Robert leading. We've got 2 to go.
Please welcome representing Italy, Sara
Well, there were bronze medalists in the Grand Prix finals this year. Silver medalist in Sheffield in the John Wilson Trophy. Bronze medalist in Skate Canada. This is Sarah Conti and Niccolò Macii for Italy. Bit of a lean on the twist, but cleanly through it. Oh, yes. That was the loop. Didn't look pretty, but cleanly landed on the triple Salchows. A super effort there from Sarah and Niccolò. Well, just looking down, I can tell you the Salcos were reviewed by the technical panel. They've been given a green light. Just looking to make sure that the rotation was complete. And the triple twist also reviewed. That's been given a level 2, which is identical to the leaders of the competition as well. And I've got to say, the last 4 elements I thought were sensational from these two. For me, the best bit of footwork that we've seen so far in the competition. The technical panel going with that maximum level on that, level 4. Didn't she do well to maintain control on the throw? So much height and speed throughout that. Barbara Luoni, it is on the other side of the boards. Well, he makes that look easy, but it's such a difficult entry. They're really deep in the pivot there on the back inside death spiral, really enabling him to keep the momentum going. He knows that's going to get the maximum levels. They got a little bit out of sync on the side-by-side spins, still getting a positive grade of execution because the speed was so good.
Mama.
Hitting all the bullets there as well. So this should be a pretty good score for these two. 68-69 is their best score. They got that in Great Britain, the John Wilson Trophy. Should I say the MK and John Wilson Trophy? And yeah, that's a season's best, a personal best for them. 70.45 for Sarah and Niccolò, and they go into the lead with 1 to go. Well, staying with Team Italy, a couple who finished second in Italian nationals for the last, 5 years? But they are favourites here. They've got the highest personal best score going into these championships. It is Rebecca Ghilardi and Filippo Ambrosini. And some Queen for us. Yeah, perfect start. There's the twist. Ah, they needed those. She singled out on the axle. Now that really is going to cost them because you have to have a double or a triple jump, so they're going to get nothing for that. And a hand down on the landing of the throw triple Lutz. Oh, and down on the footwork. Oh, no. Would you believe it? Well, pressure is a strange thing, isn't it? They went into this short program certainly as the favourites. They've really the team to beat here, and 2 mistakes, 1 singling out on that axel. So you put that into perspective. The leading team, their teammates, got nearly 5 points for their side-by-side triple salchows. So that's how much they lost on that error. And then they're going to get a 1-point deduction for the fall in the step sequence. Obviously, the grade of execution is going to go down there as well. And at the end of it, they're going to lose, what, about 4 points on that element as well. And then you can see she just popped it. And she knows how important that is. Rotation is key on the jumps. So they've had 67.31 before on the short program. They're not going to get that, that's for sure. They're going to be way behind it. And you've heard it many times before. You can't win the event in the short program. But boy, oh boy, you can lose it. You can get yourself in a position where you just cannot get yourself back into contention in the free. And I think that could be the situation for these two. It's going to be so tough. I bet he's never done that. Such a shame. Bit of a nightmare short program for Rebecca and Filippo. Now, how much damage have they done? Top 4 teams at the moment are over 60 points. 59-48 is 5th place. Stand a chance of getting on the podium still, but they would sure have been hoping to be in 1st or 2nd after the short program, but they couldn't really expect much more than that. So that's how they stand. Oh, what a shame. Don't think he can quite believe what happened. So we do have Italians leading, but it wasn't the team that we thought it might be. Sarah Conti and Niccolò Macii in the lead with 70.45. Then the 2 Germans who were sensational, Annika and Robert, really skating a blinder there in 2nd place. But some good results further down as well. The French team in 4th place. Fantastic effort from the Dutch team. Nika and Dimitri in 7th place, and that's the situation further down. Well done to the Brits. Anastasia and Luke in 9th place. Still all to play for on the free, that is for sure. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. It's whetted your appetite for what's still to come. We've got the men's short program coming up in about an hour and a half or so. And that is sure to be an exciting event. $29 men participating in the short as we look back at the 3-2-1 after the pairs short. Third place, Alyssa and Ruben from Germany, 62.77 their score. Annika Hocke and Robert Kunkel in 2nd with 67.08. Just the mistakes on the side-by-side jumps. Or, has to be said, I think they would be challenging for the lead, but they've got it all to play for, and they've got themselves in a really good place going into the free. Skating to music from ABBA, really good concept, but at the moment in the lead, the Italian Sarah Conti and Niccolò Macii with 70.45. New personal best score for them, and they really did knock it out of the ballpark. Program full of passion and technically very, very difficult indeed. So the Italians lead going into the free. That's the situation here, the ice being prepared for the men's short program. The pairs, of course, finishing off tomorrow. We'll take a break. I hope you can join me at 5:40 local time for the men's short program.